Hello. Hi, hi. Sorry, I was just posting here and there a little bit that I'm doing a late night stream. How was your day? How is your day progressing? Good, I hope. I actually changed the color. Angry typing. Lols. Um, I actually changed the color of Celeste a little bit from the like orchid, dirty orchid color that we had into a more like pastel red meets pink type thing. I think it works a little bit better for her. Yes, I am going to try and finish the background stars today because I thought I would manage to do them on stream yesterday, but we didn't finish. I'm glad you had a good day. I have to admit I wasn't too productive. I finished preparing my Pink Club stuff, which is due to be sent out this week. So that took up quite a bit of my time. But yeah, other than that, I didn't really do much. Yeah, I think the color suits her a little bit better, and it blends more with the. It gives some warmth to the piece, aside from the oranges. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to incorporate it into the background yet. I do think that I'll be adding clouds to it. Um, um, I'd like to add some clouds to the piece, but I don't know where and how just yet. I'd say I'm not even 30% through this piece, where usually I try to knock it out of the park in 2 days. I was not so productive today because I was flying. Ah, lovely. So did you arrive now to your parents' home? Um, the screen print should, but there's more to it than just giving them the file as it is. I'd have to convert it into um, halftones first, which is like a bit of a process that we do when we do screen printing. And basically, it kind of cuts the gradient into. So if there's a transparency, which like this layer is 50% transparent, what it does through halftone um, layering is that it makes it into small pixels with color instead of transparent. So it looks transparent, but it really isn't. I don't know if that really makes sense, but yeah, there is a way how to make these into make all these textures still visible in on the screen printer. I've done a lot of painted effects um, on screen print shirts before, and thankfully I was taught by other artists how to get away with it. When the laptop starts lagging, Photoshop really doesn't cope well at all. No, that's all right. Sure. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem at all. I'd love to help. I've done t-shirt designs for a long, long time now. I started working for websites like T Fury and them for since 2011, 2012, the latest. And through them, I did a lot of work for different projects and big companies like Hasbro. Like I've worked on official My Little Pony stuff for a while. Um, and I did. There was a like a care package sent out for the 50th anniversary of Monopoly, and I had a T-shirt in that package. And they did a special event for battleships as well, which I took a part of. Well, not the event, the one of the items that they added in the event. I had a T-shirt there as well. And a lot of those companies require working on on screen prints and so on, because obviously they don't want to go with DTG where um, they have to print hundreds of shirts at such a high cost. They'd rather do it as cheaply as possible, and screen print offers that. want to kind of make it diminish. Mm. Probably add more to this one, but for now it will work. Just because I kind of want to have an idea of what space is going to occupy. Hi Robin. Yeah, I've done a lot because it is not exactly the kind of industry where you can um, be lax and not constantly try different things, as Lauren would probably tell you. Um, with with our line of work, as as independent artists, you always need to find the next thing and work on it. You cannot really, like with pins now. I did 2 years of pins now, and while it is good, um, and I absolutely love working on pins, I don't expect to be stagnantly work on pins for a long, long period of time without trying something new and moving on to something else. Not that I will stop making pins. Yeah, because at the end of the day, when you're an independent artist, it is entirely based on what effort you put into something. If you put X amount of hours into it, then that's the amount of reward you're going to get. You're not going to be paid for not doing more. And there's only so much of a certain resource you can do in one go. For example, I just launched a project now for um, Kickstarter where I did a set of Animal Crossing pins, and there was a little bit of a Gretsuko and so on and so forth. So that means that my audience that buys pins is either connected to my pin club right now or buying pins off of my Kickstarter. Realistically speaking, I cannot keep bringing out more and more pins before they had the time to recover and want to. So I'm catering for that audience, and now I'm giving them a chance to have their pins produced and so on and so forth. So in the meantime, it is a good time for me to work on my next thing, which right now is focusing. Yeah, which right now is working on streaming, working on a little bit of YouTubing, because I want to do those like tutorials about pin making. Um, I can do tutorials about t-shirt design, really, if it was something that was useful to my friends and useful to my audience. Let's see. I find it difficult to read the chat from there. This is a little bit better. I'm trying to increase the size a little bit. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, and never think of yourself as too small to try something, because at the end of the day, um, oh, thank you, Robin. I'm glad. I'm glad people are looking forward to the content I want to provide through YouTube because I do have plenty of ideas. Um, you are always motivated to do more when there's people that are looking forward and excited to what you're bringing to the table. And that is the best part of finding an audience. Hi, Rachel. I need to do something with my art rather than just for fun, maybe. Yes, I definitely think you should, because you are very talented and you have certain skills that I can't teach. And quite frankly, I don't think I have. I just got here, but oh man, this looks amazing. Oh, thank you. I'll show you what I'm working on. This is what I'm working on currently. Um, it's a page from my coloring book, but I removed certain elements from it, and I am turning it into like a Starry Night piece, and yeah, hopefully it will work out. Don't know. Um, you shouldn't ever feel pressured to make a career out of a hobby. By the way, this isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Oh, trust, it isn't. It really isn't. It's a lot of heartache. It can be one blow to the ego after another because it sometimes makes you feel like you're not good enough, etc., etc. But it has its perks. It definitely has its perks. You find people who, like you, are trying their best to do something out of what they love, and it makes them feel like a family community type thing, you know, and it's fulfilling when a project is successful because you know you've created something from nothing and people are wanting what you've created. So it definitely has its perks, but no, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. If you don't like pressure and you deal with anxiety a lot, then you might want to pace yourself a little bit with this. Not do it. Don't be discouraged ever. Always fulfill your dream. But just know that it is not easy. I just started submitting art to local shows right before COVID hit and shut everything down. Yeah, COVID kind of did that to a lot of us, didn't it? It, it kind of changed all of our plans, but slowly everything is starting to return to how it used to be. And I think that I think now would be a really good time. Oh my goodness, I have no idea what just happened there. There we go. I think now will be a good time for new people to get into the scene because of COVID, a lot of people who are like us, you know, fans and supporters of the arts and convention goers and exhibition goers are going to be so starved to to see new things because they missed it and purchase new things that it will be the perfect time to push push your name out there, to push your brand out there. You know, people always want more, but when they've been starved for it because they haven't had the opportunity to, like with COVID, they'll want even more. So give it your best. I love how every star is different in its own way. Oh yeah, I never managed to do the same thing twice, so I'm quite bad with that actually. It's a lot of feeling like you're never good enough. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Is your coloring book available in your store? Yes, the coloring book is available on the website. I can actually find a link to it in case anyone wants to have a look at that. Just so you can have a better look at the pages, because when I show them on camera, they don't always look greatest. So if you look at the link, you can see all the different pages. There's 15 pages. Gotta have tough skin. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Um, One of the reasons why I'm struggling so much with starting my Poke Senshi comic line, even though a lot of it is scripted and written, it's because um, I'm not really good with recreating the same character over and over. And while I would love to um, do comic panels, hi Sarah, nice to see you. While I would love to do comic panels and bring the story for Pukesenshi that I've created to life, because I really think people would love it. I think it would be a big success, but I'm not very good at sequential art with the same character. I'm gonna have to deck to sleep is overtaking me. Yes, that's fine, Ava. I hope you have lovely time at your parents, and please say hello in the Discord anytime you like. So, I really think that I am going to need to fix this one in particular because there's a disconnect here. This one is really sized well, but the bigger one is just not fitting this properly. And I think this is the disconnect. Oh, I see. I'm coloring in the wrong section. That's the problem. Okay. Okay, okay. Alrighty. When you start randomly coloring on the wrong, um, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and make my Magical Girl comic. Good night, Ava, and definitely do it. I'm trying. I finally have the character designs down for the main character, I think. Oh, that's lovely. That's really, really cool. With regards to my comic, I have been trying to get a friend of mine interested in trying to um, help me with it, even if they do like the sketch, the sketch work of the panels, then I can ink and color everything, which I would do on stream actually, because it would be quite nice um, to create something like that through um, as a group, kind of. You know what I mean? Revealing panel by panel. But yeah, curling on hair. Basically, yes. I don't know. I don't know why I've been lacking with this organization. See, I just realized now what it is that was making me feel like this is less strong as a star, and it's the lack of um, white. Yeah, I think if my friend Hint decides to um, help me with the comic pages, I think it would be really really cool, and we could very easily create a really nice comic between us. Whoever could I be talking about, indeed? Yeah, I think it would be really cool. It is a fan comic, so it wouldn't, it would have its limits, but is that a custom brush or a generic one? This is a brush created by Drew Green, who now works for Cartoon Network. Um, he used to use this as when he was a freelancer, and he sold it on his Gumroad for some time, and I managed to get my hands on it. I don't know if he still sells it. I really don't know. Maybe he does because he stopped using it. He doesn't use it in his work anymore. Yeah, I love the texture for it. It's almost like a coloring, like an old school coloring texture. But this section here is not. It's just not sitting well, and I need to erase it because it's bothering me. Yeah, that needed to go. Okay, this will work itself out. Sorry, the words. Let's do the final star. Let me have a look real quick. Drew Drew Green brushes. Drew Green brushes. I have found the post. Drew Green's cartoon brushes. See, he has some brushes on now, but I'm not sure if they're the same. It doesn't look like they're the same ones. But just so you have an idea who I'm talking about. Hmm. Small world, isn't it? When you meet people in the most unlikely places. Well, not very unlikely. I guess we're all pin artists in a way. So, spread friend. I wish I were an artist sometimes. Well, Sarah, there's many things that you can try. Um, just keep in mind that art, it isn't just the one thing. It isn't just, especially nowadays, there's so many opportunities um, to find the right art form for you. Even even if digital art, as an example of what I'm trying to say, if digital art isn't your thing, then maybe you want to do something with bath bombs. One of my Facebook friends recently started selling artsy bath bombs, or uh, posting online photos of food in shape of an artwork or like a scene or something. Just find what is right for you. Find what makes you feel like a small escape when you work on it. Because that's what art really is. For me, anyway. I like to paint. I did a replica of Van Gogh's Sunflower in school that won an award in an art show. Oh, that's lovely. Do you have a picture of it or something? Once again, I don't know if this is going to work out. It should though. This one should be alright. My sister painted a starry night on a warehouse at some point. Oh, it's lovely. That was like 20 years ago. You know what? It never goes away. Once once you have that passion for it, it really doesn't go away. You just need to nurture it and give it time. I went years without drawing at one point. Didn't think I'd pick it up again, to be honest. And then I did. Yeah, this one star is looking a bit messy. I might have to redo it. And then you end up like us drawing at midnight on stream, basically, or the crying at 2 a.m. before a con because you didn't finish something. Uh, can relate to, can definitely relate to that. I am not a nice person to be around just before a convention. I need to be on my own for a little while and just get my stuff sorted, get things packed. If you're gonna help me out, I don't want to, but I think you can do this way. No, you need to do it my way. It needs to be done. Ta 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 off the list because it's just the anxiety is blinding at that point. Hi, cupcake. Hi, cupcake craving. It is a little bit my way or the highway because when it comes to crunch time and you have X amount of stuff to do, very little time to do it, you know, you need either someone who has done it before to help you out and know the procedure and know what they're doing, because that kind of person obviously can offer you um, some solid advice on how to finish what you need doing on time. But if it's someone attempting to help you and they have no clue, then it's a little bit of a get out of my way. Well, I can't really show you properly. Okay, the stream is going to take a turn. Stream has taken a turn. Hold on. So my setup is going to go a little bit haywire here. But for you to understand what I need to, let me move myself on here so I can see exactly what I'm doing. So for you to understand what I need to pack in order to go to a convention, I have all those crates there, right? So there's all those crates there. This front line here with the gray one, blah, 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 that's all sticker stuff and prints and a bit of B grade pins, a bit of B grade pins, mind you. All those there, those blue ones, those are t-shirts. These big bins here next to me are all t-shirts. These are all coloring books now, right? Then underneath my desk, this isn't flattering, sorry. underneath my desk. Do you see those metal kind of box type things? Those are like these here, and those are pins. So all those need to come with us to convention. Then there's these boxes here, which you see in the background of my stream. Each one of those is a packet full of pins. So those need to be packed and taken to streams. Yeah. So all of that needs to be taken out of the box, out of the room, sorry, and driven. Well, we rent a van, so we get the van at about 10 o'clock, drive it here, and all that stuff needs to be carried into the van, driven. It usually takes about 3 people to remove it from here, from the office um, to the room. So it's a lot. It's tiring. Yeah, it's very tiring, and it needs to be a big van. I have not. Every time I do a convention, I need to drive there. I cannot. It's too much stuff to have it shipped. So I cannot do abroad conventions unless our van or car can take us there. The furthest I've been so far from here is Scotland, for Glasgow MCM, excuse me. And it took about 8 hours of driving, 8 to 9 hours. Lauren can confirm the trip more or less. But yeah, I think it took about 8 hours of driving from my location, just outside of Luton. And I know that Dokumi in Germany would probably take me the same amount of time from here to drive with the underground tunnel to Europe. So that's probably going to be um, the first trip I take. The first trip I take out of the UK for a convention. Yeah. Again, just as we were saying before, Robin, this is the kind of thing that is involved when you do this as a profession. It is tiring, very tiring. You get to the convention, you have about 6, 7 hours to set up, and those 7 hours. Okay, those 7 hours. Sorry, my headphones keeps disconnecting for some reason. Those 7 hours run like nothing. Like 1 minute you're doing the tablecloth, and the next minute they tell you, "Oh, you have 1 hour left." I'm like, "Holy!" Um, but yeah, once you start and meet the first people at the convention, you forget everything. Time, tiredness, everything just goes until the evening when you're crushed and shattered. And then, as soon as you start unpacking, because the weekend is over, it is extremely tiring, and you don't want to pack all this stuff only to drive back and then have to sort it back into your office. It's so tiring. But then, once you're done and you sit down and you think about everything that happened in the weekend, it is so fulfilling. There is no job that I've done prior that can come anywhere close to how good it makes you feel about everything that you do and everything you've worked so hard for. It's just fantastic. I wouldn't I wouldn't really trade what I do for the world unless I couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, I can imagine, Lauren. I don't think I could manage to. Um, I don't think I could manage to do the morning setups. Thank you, Robin. It's a lot of hard work, but if you have the right drive for it, it is absolutely satisfying. I like setting up the day before, obviously, because I have too much to set up. But also the morning of the con, the first morning, I always go early just in case anyone we know needs help setting up. Because last year I helped Isabel set up in London. I helped Jake set up a couple of times. Um, I've helped Lakia set up a few times because they can't always make it the day before, and they are absolutely wonderful people. Love her mom to bits. Such a kind soul. Isabel is always late. She is always late. Uh, yeah, but yeah, pre-con um, feelings. There's always, for me, from my personal experience, there's always anxiety. I always sweat at night. My bed is drenched most of the nights, so that's why I sleep in my own room as well. Um, and I wake up in the middle of the night. I constantly have dreams where I've gone to the show with maybe a plastic bag full of B grade pins only, and I I have these dreams of people laughing at my table or people just ignoring my table completely. It's just very mentally tiring for me to prepare for a convention. My anxiety levels are really, really bad. But thankfully, none of that ever happened in real life. So, hey, yeah. See, I worry a lot. Um, like in life in general, um, I'm a worrying kind of person. I wish I was less so, but it is part of who I am. Yeah, getting a bit of lag there, but yeah, um, I can't help it. Yeah, I think um, I think we have been lucky in that sense because there are people out there who have had bad experiences with customers. Um, I don't know if you ever did, Lauren, but there are artists who have had LGBT uh, related artists um, who have had people be hateful around their content and their work and who they are. You know, there are artists who have been vulnerable about their sexuality and gender identity, and they have been not treated very well. But on the whole, from my experience, I can say I've been pretty lucky. Yeah, I do hope so. I do hope I have more help next time. We'll see. Time will tell. Yeah, I think at some point in the UK conventions group that we follow a lot, the one that Jean and them um, are admins of, Lauren, I think someone made a post about harassment that they have endured over time, and a lot of LGBTQ artists had a had to talk or had something to share, let's say, about it. So I don't think they would dare really say anything to me or Paul, for example, or Andre, who helps me out sometimes. I think the people who decide to say something try and prey on people who they feel they can get away with it. You know what I mean? Like there's some vicious folk out there who feel like it is appropriate to say something only because they think that they can get away with it. But yeah, most people on my table, I have to say, I have been lucky that yeah, we're gonna give this a go. Let's see. I have been lucky that they haven't done anything of the sort, and yeah. Okay, so I am going to try something here that I have seen on on a post that I shared through my Facebook page. I saw this style, this, this clouds effect, and I'm gonna try and recreate it. I don't know if it will work, but if it does, it should look alright. Yeah, exactly. When you're sitting at your table and you exude that certain level of confidence, I think these kind of cowards, let's say, because I don't want, we're not here to, they're not worth our anger. But yeah, I think once they realize that you're in front of a strong personality, then they don't bother, thankfully. Okay, I love the graininess of this brush. Yeah, I love how the more I do this layering of the mask, it gives that bit of like that effect. The brush is I linked above, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, that is where I got my brush from, but he's not offering the same package. I don't know if the current brush set that he's offering is the same. There we go. This is what I wanted for this star to blend into this cloud. I wonder if I could recreate it in Eclipse Studio by messing around with the preset for the crayons pencils. Maybe. Maybe, yeah. If you want to see what the brush is like as a zoomed effect, let's see. New. I don't know if this helps at all, but essentially the brush is something like that. So it's not great to show really. Let's see. That's the natural unzoomed. I don't know how brushes work. I only know how to download them. So no lie there. And they do come in these sizes. There's one to five different sizes of it. But I have always used the same one. See, this one is a little bit less detailed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Text heavy at all in any way. It's just it's just is what I am. I don't know. Ah, feeling silly now. Too funny. Let's see. I want to have a look at the post I'm talking about on my Facebook page. So this artist um, made. Ooh, internet is so slow. This artist made a series of goddess cloud goddesses. Aha! It's so easy to download brushes. But if you know how to play around with brushes, which is what you do, that's even better, really. Because at the end of the day, it gives you more flexibility rather than just downloading what's pre done. So this artist, I'm going to send you all a link in the chat so you know what I'm talking about. Um, that artist called GDB made a series of cloud goddesses, and I absolutely love what they created. And I'm kind of wanting to recreate the same styling a little bit, but I don't know if I can. But I'm gonna try. She is amazing. So white, yellow. We're going to add those as a clip mask so I don't go outside of the texture that we've already made for and light blue. And we are going to try and recreate that effect that she made with her clouds. So we have a thinner outline. Let's see, a thinnish outline. So I'm going to go with a 50 brush here. Yeah, I believe they had like a massive surplus in, sorry, they had a massive surplus in their print requests, and they ended up um, having to close their shop or something because they had too many print requests from that post. Not my post, but her post. Okay, so this ended up being the yellow layer, and this is the white layer. Oops. Yeah, true goal of mine, yeah. Wouldn't that be nice to just have the store open ever so often and then that's it? Like another goal of mine is to be at a point where I can say, oh, I'm making this pin as a pre order, I'm opening it at this time. Open it, they sell out, and that's it. I don't need to keep it in stock. Would be nice, but mm, goals. Don't know how well did we do here. That's alright. Kind of works. Not perfect, but it kind of works. Yeah, Bailey J. What do you mean, Rachel? What do you mean, how is that better? Oh no, I think the point is to not have the store open. Yeah, because there are artists out there who have such a big following at this point for what they're doing, which obviously it is admirable. And in no way I'm putting them down because goals, honestly. But if they put like a pre-order up of a new pin, they don't need to Kickstarter it. They don't need to anything. It just sells out. If they say like I'm doing 100 of this pin, then they sell out, and that's it on pre-order. So they don't have to restock for later. They just make us one design, make profit out of it, send out those orders, and they're done. And Bailey J is one of them. Here we go. Okay, so I don't know if I actually like that outline, or I like it without the outline. I actually may prefer it without. Maybe keep it just on this little bit here. What else? Let's see. There's a lighter pink version of another cloud. So let's try that. Let's try a second cloud. Again, we're going with pink. We're going to look once again at this coloring book outline, because I am trying to do as closely to the coloring book as I can when I can. But now we've gone into like stars territory altogether. So this needs to go behind just there. Okay. Okay, I don't think this second section of clouds is really gonna work. Yeah, I think it's better without the outline. Okay, so let's see. We're going to try and give it a bit of a can we possibly use the bow color in the cloud that's touching her wing? Yeah, I think so. I think I can add that layer um, of like 50% white on it. So if we do this now and clip this here, turn that to 50%. This is going to be a 50% white layer. I rename all the layers because once it comes to flattening everything, because we do need to flatten this image now, um, then um, yeah, it will be easier to distinguish. So we could do this with it, yeah. So we have that kind of cloud effect a little bit there. We can add a bit of light blue again, just like we did on the other one, to always keep the feel of the sky. Yeah, I think it does. Thank you. Thanks for the suggestion. There. Now we have like a more bubblegum pastel effect on it. This needs fixing, but you mean like the dimension of the clouds? The graininess of the brush is what's giving that 3D effect, really, because going from that gradient, adding gradient dimensions from darker to the light blue to the color we want of the cloud, it's almost making a shadow on here, then here. Yeah, I need to get this headphone thing sorted because it's very annoying. I really want to get the headphones that Kate has, so I'm not really bothering with these for too long. Um, but they're a bit expensive, so I'm trying to save up some money for them. But yeah, if we have this cloud here, which is the pink one, then keeping the pink and highlight on the edge, and then gradienting to the light blue before we go into the actual dark, it gives that kind of softness. So it's making it look 3D really when it isn't. It just is as is. So now that section more or less is done. Not exactly, because I still want to add something more to it. But yes, I think for now that is done. Once I finish all the piece with this kind of brush, I want to try and add an effect of toothbrush spray. So we're going to add Yes, and if you do use it on a piece and you would like to send me a private message on Discord or discuss it in the show your art section for other people to learn as well, I'm more than happy to just ask questions. I'm more than happy to assist. Um, but yeah, once this is done, I am going to try and do a brush toothbrush effect with white dots around the piece to give it a more authentic painted toothbrushy feel. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you get it. I'm sure you do. Smart people. Smart people understand my crazy. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the background and we need a new section for here, which is the deep space area between the telescope and the star just behind the telescope and the big star at the top. So there, in the outline, we have this like kind of space flow happening, and I am going to try and recreate that using my light blues. So we need new layers here, and we're starting with light blue. Oh yeah. So we're going from here. We're going to continue with this flow here. Now keep in mind, I don't really know what this is looking like at the minute because there's all that line art in the way. Okay, so now we need to somehow incorporate the flow from the bottom swirl and the top swirl. It needs to flow, otherwise we have failed our mission. So this can disappear. And now we have this here. We need a 50% flow. Do you recommend printing for a computer monitor that stays true to colors when you're trying to... Oh, that's interesting actually. I think the easiest way to do it, really, is to print stuff because it I haven't been able to find anything. Yeah, you need the color calibration tools. Maybe Rachel can help us out with this because I'm not the best at other than using Pantone colors. I use a Pantone book for most of what I work on because it helps me understand what the color is going to be like printed. So then I find these colors on Google. My Cintiq, which is what I'm drawing on right now. Don't know if you can see it. Can you see it if I lift this up? Yep. I am drawing on this massive screen, and it is very highly saturated. And I have to say, I don't really like how this turned out so far. I need to fix it. Maybe add some 50% orange to it, we'll see. %50. And if you're sending stuff for printing, as long as you know to convert what you're working on to CMYK, it should come out very much like what your print is going to send you. Sorry, what your printer is going to send you. Okay, so we are kind of the right track. I don't know. Are we? No, I think I know what I want to do. I had just a hint of grain to bring it together in that flow center. I think it should be enough. Yeah. so. Okay, so now if I go back to the stars and fix this, yeah. There we go. I don't even need that really. Yeah, I don't think it would be something anyone would think about unless they worked in printing running on RAM. It's one of those things that the first time you order prints to sell at a convention, you realize, oh, this looks nothing like anything that I've ordered, so why is that happening? And then you learn about it. Okay, so we have, I would say, almost. This section is almost what we need it to be. When you work with printing, you become either super finicky or you just shrug and whatever. Yeah, I just make sure that all my print files are CMYK, so at least I know what to work on with regards to when a color is going to come out really dim and muted. So I know in advance, and then try and fix it before I send it out to printing. But I don't work specifically for printing, I have to admit. Ha, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, that's good. I think we have that Starry Night flow happening in the background, which isn't perfect really, but keeping in mind I'm not looking at a reference for Starry Night and just trying to go with the flow. I think we're doing fairly okay. Yeah, it's alright. It's looking alright. Can't complain. I'm really happy with how the telescope turned out, to be honest. That's the kind of the best part for me in this. So now the moon, because the moon is going to integrate a lot of little bits on it. So I'm hoping it works out. So the moon, I'm going to, as part of the background here, I'm actually going to start with this 50%. This 50% blue. I do want to use, um, again, the liner for Yeah, save often. I am saving quite often actually, especially while I'm on stream because I don't know how well my laptop can take all these. Um, so this is 50%. I'm going to use this to guide me through it. Oh, trust me, I've gone through pieces where I forget to save, and since I leave Photoshop open when I go to bed, I don't even save when I go to sleep and then realize, oh, that entire piece I just didn't save and it's gone. So, interesting. I have been burnt as well. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is creating this lighter space in the moon. I don't know if I'm going to be using it, but I do know that it will help me see the flow that I was originally trying to create for it, for the moon, when I'm doing. Trying to change it ever so slightly just so I can. See, so where we have this here. Okay, let's have a look at it as a whole without the palette. Okay, so I have an idea that that kind of looks like a moon. Looks rubbish, but looks like a moon. Yeah, saving again. Um, just need to think how I am going to convey what I'm trying to convey with this. My wish of clip autosave is that it doesn't do it in the background. It cuts through whatever you're doing and stops your workflow entirely. Yeah, that's annoying. That's very annoying. I think, excuse me, someone's getting tired. I think Running on RAM also used Clip Studio. Is that the one where you can um, save to Photoshop files, Lauren? Oh, there you go. You found someone who uses Clip Studio for your Clip Studio questions running on RAM, because I have no idea about that. No worries. No worries, Sarah. Um, Still here, still trying to tackle this moon. Right now, I have no idea what I'm doing with it, so you arrived at the right time, i.e., look, watching me panic. Panic! Okay, so I want to. Yeah, it does. It does. I don't really want to keep them that way. I just wanted to see how the flow and the curves that I did for the coloring pages. Um, but yeah. La-la-la-la-la. Like that. Okay, kind of like where this went now. Yeah, I really like where that went, actually. I have to say I like the effect of the moon. Do you guys have Insta or Facebook? Yeah, of course they do. Um, we need to make use of the Lauren. I know you shared your links on self promotion page. But why don't you make a profile in the artist directory? There's a section on the Discord where you can list down all your things. Just make like a bullet form or something and list down all your stuff in there. I think Rotudo already has her stuff there if you want to check it out, Grace. So that way it doesn't. Yeah, there is Lauren. That way it doesn't get lost after a few posts. Fantastic. Yeah, that is awesome. It's so nice to see people grow in general, but when it's people you hang out with, because we did chat quite a bit over the last little while, especially on my server, it's just really nice to see. It's really, really nice to see. All right, yeah, I'm liking this moon. It's not the best testing, but I'm liking where it's going. Ah, thank you, Sarah. That's sweet. I just want to fill in the missing bits now with this kind of. Um, I want to fill it with light orange, not too bright orange. Just to see how it comes out. I might actually remove this layer. Do I like that? No, I don't. I prefer it as it is like this. Yeah, I prefer it like so. What I do want to do, however, is see if I can add a bit of a grain effect on it. Let's see. Don't want to go too crazy with this, but I want to just give it a bit of a over the horizon glow before I try to blend those two stars into it properly. So now, if we take this white star that we did here, oops, make it smaller, we could probably do like a bit of a over the horizon effect there. Ah, you're very welcome, Robin. Feel free to drop by anytime. I will be doing this. Um, the edge should be darker, yes, but not if there's like light coming from behind it, I would say. Yeah, that's the edge of the moon. So it's almost like if there's a speck of sun, it will pop from that side. You know what I mean? Well, I used to see it a lot in Sailor Moon, so I'm going by anime logic instead of human logic. If that. Oh no no no! This is this. Hold on. This part here. This is space, and this is moon, and this is like the curve of the moon. Anime logic, basically, yeah. So this is deep space, and this is moon. Does it read a little bit better? Hopefully, once I'm done with this, it will. It will. I don't know. There we go. So now we have, yeah, the moon is there, and the stars are everywhere. Okay, So these stars, these at beside her, I like. Um, some of the stars I don't like, so I would like to fix them. Ah, brilliant. Okay, good, good. Um, okay, so I like the moon. I like the background. I like the three stars underneath the telescope. Not very sure about the blue area around the star next to her shoulder, the one that's almost touching her, so to speak. Yeah, could you not see that this here was a telescope? Was it not reading well? And she's kind of looking at another star in the distance, and that's why it's kind of squiggly in the lens. Was it not reading properly? Okay, so what I want to avoid is there's just too much dark here. I'm not really enjoying what is happening. So I'm going to try and lighten it up. Thank you, Ram. I'm glad. Okay, I don't really like that one. That's just trying to emphasize something for no reason. Here, this is extra. This is extra. Nope. This could probably use a fade. Don't need it to be so dark. That's fine. Don't worry about it, Lauren. Yeah, I think since I've lightened this, it looks a little bit better. Because it isn't like too impactful onto. I need these colors to blend and flow. Well, you're very talented artists. You're very good at selling your product too. You come up with really good ideas. I would be surprised if you hadn't made it that far. I see you. Yeah, I like it more, kind of. I don't know. I'm not sure if I do it or not. Why? I am the least experienced person in the whole convention circuit. I am the child, so it shouldn't be that much of an honor. Don't know. Then I don't think I should be giving out any medals, really. But it's very kind for you to say that. Okay, these are bothering me. Yeah, this entire area is bothering me. And this needs to go as well. Wrong. There we go. It's a tiny bit better. Baby Comboy, I don't know. I always perceive you as a very good and talented artist. I mean, aw, aw, that's very kind. Well, online it's a little bit different than conventions, I guess, because I did start doing this um, online from. I started working on my online presence since 2007. Do you mean my stream is cutting in and out, or do you think it's your internet running on RAM? Is it lagging? Doesn't show I'm lagging. No, shouldn't show I'm lagging. But yeah, I started working on my online presence. Oh, I'm sorry. It could be just my connection. Um, Started working on online stuff ages ago, 2007, when I moved to Canada. And I would say only in 2014 I saw my first like small break in what I was doing online. No, fair enough. Yeah, too many people streaming now. Which actually, um, Lauren, I've been trying to find a capture card, and I can't find a capture card for sale anywhere because they're all sold out everywhere, and it's quite annoying. Oh, I see. This is actually on Frontstar here. There we go. Yeah, I think I should do some leisurely gaming. Oh, you think they'll get the Elgato back this week as well? Have you been following about it? Oh, DM. Yeah. Um, my phone is in the other room. Hold on. Does it let me? No, I don't think I can post the stories from the website, can I? In stock on 24 June. Oh. Yeah, the one I was looking for is the S Plus. Is there a difference, a visible difference between the S and the S Plus? Like, is it worth me waiting a month for it, or or not? because it is £30 more, but if it's a massive difference, then no, the S one says 24th with free delivery Thursday 25th. And then the S Plus one, when I click on it, it says free delivery July 15th to August 12th. I don't know if I really want to risk waiting till August 12th. Oh, goodness. Well, if that's the case, then I need to like um, get the order in basically, and then when they put them out for sale, then at least I have my order put in. Again, not sure if I'm making any sense, but yes. If you're playing via a separate screen, then yes, it's absolutely fine. Well, what I am going to be starting on, let's say, is the is Animal Crossing, obviously, because that is what I am working on the most. And when I don't feel like drawing in the evenings, I would like to work on my island and decoration stuff on stream and just chill with my Discord friends, and they can see what I'm working on while we're chatting, which is essentially what we were doing before, but they just couldn't see what I was working on. And I'm thinking I can connect that um, to my TV, or so long as you're not playing competitive stuff or high frame rate stuff, I think yes, should be absolutely fine. Things that are turn-based, etc., would be fine for the S. Yeah. Oh god, no. I can't compete in gaming. I'm not gonna be playing Fortnite or Overwatch for sure, because I'm absolutely terrible at it. I get really frustrated. Unless people want to see those kind of videos, like the kid who throws his PlayStation out of the window, then I'm probably not the person to watch. No lie. No JK. I am terrible at gaming and I accept it. Let's see. Do I want to delete this here? Yeah, I want to redo this section. I don't like it. Yeah. Well, I'm actually stuck on the old Crash, which is funny, because I completed all of it without any problems when I was very young. Now I can't get through it. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, I love how I can fade into that background there. I am playing Final Fantasy 15, and there is a secret dungeon in the post game, except you can't leave the dungeon once you enter, and it's all platforming. Dungeon should take in 45 minutes, took me about 8.5 hours. Lols. Yeah, I can, I can easily see myself do that. I had my time with the online Final Fantasy was with I made an account. I started playing on an American server because most of my Discord friends are in the US, so we thought if we could play together, then all well and good. I made a character, didn't really manage to find time to play a lot, um, so that already was a little bit of. But logged in on Easter to play with Running Gunram and my big hulking character called Legoshi Beastar, because obviously very original name, um, wore the skin suit of a white Easter bunny, and this really awkward conversation ensued in general chat about me liking Haru so much that I skinned her and wore her skin. And it became really awful really quickly, and people gathered. There was a mini crowd. Yes, the bunnies were creepy as fuck. And I played along with it. I said it smelled really tasty in there, and I was enjoying it. So after that, we logged out and I didn't play again. Traumatized. Yes, 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 yes. You know, I like cute things, but I also have an adult sense of humor. A really twisted, dark sense of humor. Very dark. What do I want to do with this, really? This little bit. Do I just want to do this and that's it? I think so. Yeah, I like this. My first account, I grind over it. Grinded, yeah, grind. I knew that's what you were trying to say, but I still read it wrong. Took part summer event, the mech category just died in Jogaram. Mechs older than, oh, jeez. Yeah, that's just wrong. Ooh, tonight, Paul and I started watching Mandalorian for the first time, which is painful to say since I released the Baby Yoda pin. But I just thought it was immensely adorable when it was released. Um, the first episode was really good, I have to say. He was, you know, kick-ass. And then now suddenly he feel it's like he needs help in every episode. So we watched till episode 3. I thought episode 2 was going to be filler, um, but it turned out not to be. And it's actually quite good, well paced as a show. It doesn't have a lot of like, you know, build up to it. It just takes you right into the midst of the situation. I like it, and I'm not like a Star Wars fanatic. I just watched them more or less. You know, I know they were there growing up, so I watched them. I followed them. I'm not an avid like Psycho fan. Um, so yeah, I think they're enjoyable. Would I spend a Disney Plus thing just for Mandalorian? Probably not. Um, I started with. You have never seen Star Wars. Um, if you want to have like a small dip in the toe of um, Star Wars without going full on sci-fi movies and stuff like that, I would recommend giving a try to watching the animated series. No, I don't think so. I mean, not everyone is into the major geek things like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. Like, I can't stand Lord of the Rings. I find it entirely extremely boring, massively dragged out. Like, it was 6 books too long, 6 movies too long. Could have all happened in one. But that's just me. Um, we all have our tastes, I guess. Um, Not really. They're both very skinny. Legolas is was an interesting character growing up because that's who I played before. Um, as in who I used to play in D&D. I played Ranger a lot, and Marksman and stuff like that. But they're not really appealing. Skinny, twiggy boys don't do it for me. Sorry. I don't like the K-pop Bishonen boys. I like the big, rugged. Gimli would be more attractive to me. No lie. Um, yeah, I mean, I liked it. I was a fan in a sense of I watched the movies as soon as they came out. Uh, but yeah, no, I can't say I was a hardcore fan. Yeah, I think so too. I think if I watched them now, I would probably enjoy them more. But if I watch them now, I'd want to watch the extended edition, and I think I would probably age on my couch watching them. Like, I will grow old and tired. Like, literally start, oh, just go old watching Lord of the Rings. Yeah. He does play only dirty, scruffy men. And Gimli is Bay. Also, I just never could stand Frodo in Lord of the Rings. But yeah, Lauren, if you ever want to dip your toe into Star Wars and see, like, if you'd like the setting, I would give Clone Wars a watch because it's animation and it is awesome, and the main characters, um, the two main female leads, Ahsoka and Ventress, are some of my favorite sci-fi designs ever. Absolutely love them. Ventress is fantastic. She is queen. Clone Wars is very good, yeah, definitely. Um, down the chat, yeah. All right. So, looking at this, our background is mostly done. Um, I don't know if I want to do more at the end of the day because I'll explain. I don't know if the artwork as a print. Yeah. Oh, Obi-Wan was not old Obi-Wan from the this piece, you mean, Rachel? Oh, I'm glad you like it. Obi-Wan with Ewan McGregor is my favorite Star Wars character. Not the old one, not the when he was known as Ben or whatever he was known as in the old three movies, but Ewan McGregor and the modeled after in the show. That he was my favorite. I don't know if I want to add like a flow, um, like an inclusive layer. Hold on, 50%. Inclusive layer here. Is this something that would help the piece at all, or wouldn't it? I don't think it would. I think it would just make it more complicated. Maybe as a print, it would, if I played around with these. Yeah, as a print this will, but not as a, oops, not as a t-shirt. Translation, he's hot. Again, very skinny, but I like the big boys. But yeah, Ewan McGregor is fantastic in most movies. The only time he's not good looking is in the Birds of Prey movie with Harley Quinn. There's something so creepy about him. It just makes my skin crawl. I did not like him there. But other than that, he is quite decent looking. Also, if they do. Oh, yeah, he's the main villain. One of two main villains of Birds of Prey. Yes, yes, yes. And um, I particularly love him in Moulin Rouge because that's one of my favorite musicals. Um, Birds of Prey is great. I think it's on like Amazon Prime now and stuff, so you can watch it if you missed it at the cinema. And yeah, I love musicals in general. Um, though I haven't seen as many as some of our artist friends, because I know like Sophie Eves basically watches everything that's in London, and it's just not something I have done. But yeah, I absolutely love musicals. Okay, need to fix that a little bit. Do I want to do anything there? Or do I just want the light to blend? Yeah, I want the light to blend. Here. So I don't want to do all of that. There we go. Again here, just until there. I wish I could have seen Anastasia. Anastasia, the musical based on the animated thing, you mean? Like the show, the live show that they made based on. Yeah, yeah. I would have loved to see that. Obviously, I am obsessed with the soundtrack for it. I think Once Upon December is probably one of the nicest animated musical numbers ever, 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 ever. So to watch that live would be absolutely fantastic. Oof, there's something about it. Actually, something that not many people know about me, that you will find out in a second, um, is that one of the things I love the most, aside, yeah, I don't think many people know shit about me other than what I post. So, so I collect a lot of teddy bears, but I also collect music boxes. I love music boxes um, with a passion. So even in my office, I have I don't know if you'll be able to hear it actually. Yeah, and I have many of them. Let's see. Yeah, don't know if you can see it properly though. Um, this was a Valentine's Day gift from this year from Paul. But yeah, I absolutely love music boxes. I love the soothingness of it. It's, if I'm feeling emotional and I listen to one, I start crying. So the way that Once Upon a December starts with um, the Carry On, I just, instantly fall in love with it. It is a fantastic, fantastic piece. Let's see. Oh, lovely. I absolutely love it. Okay, so now she has a little bit of definition on the face as well and on the body using the dark blue. Uh, the, these headphones are absolutely annoying. Yes, she has some definition on the face and the shape, and I think next time I work on this, which might be tomorrow, um, I'll be able to mostly finish it. I want to say fully finish it, but I'm not going to because um, I can't promise that I'll manage to take it in one go, fix it in one go. There are some bits that I need fixing, um, which I might do off camera, which I thought I was going to do today, but I didn't. Um, but yeah, other than that, I'm quite happy with where this is going. How long have we been on? Let's see. Oh, 2 hours, 30 minutes. Goodness, it's not too bad. Yeah, I think hmm, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. I like how it is turning out. There's some bits of it which I'm not 100% sure of yet. Um, I think let me do like a layer on top of everything so I can scribble onto the piece itself. I don't know if I want to take this star and move it this way. Oh, come on, lag. And move it this way a little bit to kind of balance this out like that. Um, I think this section is alright, and I think this section is alright. I think this part here turned out okay, though this little bit here is needs fading. But if I can move this star downwards a little bit, maybe between here and here, just try and center it exactly there, it will be a little bit more eye-pleasing. I don't know if this star here is offering anything um, other than what I would end up doing to the bow and how the shine will affect the top of her head. So I think that's where that will come into play. But other than that, as a piece, it's looking fairly decent, fairly alright. Yeah. Yes, yes. I think it's alright. Yeah. I think I can do these little bits at the end, but now the next thing will be tackling Celeste full on and see how it goes. Oh yeah, I I don't like leaving a piece unless I'm entirely happy with it. I wouldn't just leave that star up there if I thought it would bother me. Otherwise, which has happened in the past, I end up staring at it at the convention when it's standing in front of me, and I go back and redo it and reprint everything and chuck everything that I printed with the mistake on it away or give them as freebies. You know, I don't like putting out content that I am not 100%